Okay, this is the tutorial for the sync sound assignment. The first thing you're going to want to do is to create a folder, a working folder, and I'm going to do that inside my downloads, and I'm going to call it the name of the project, which is new folder, and it's called Sync Sound, SYNC, SOUND. Okay, that's created. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to want to go to the Sync Sound assignment in Canvas, go to the Google Drive and download my video files. I'm going to choose this one here, click on the three dots, download, and I'm going to find the matching clip, which is right here. I'm going to download this one too. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Wide.Video to create the project. Wide.Video, V-I-D-E-O. I'm going to launch an editor. I'm going to launch a new project because I'm not opening up an old one. It's a temporary project. You can tell by this yellow banner here. This is the screen where you watch the timeline videos. That's the play button to play them. Frame advance, frame -1 advance. This is the timeline where videos are played. And this is where the media selection is at. So I'm going to, first of all, close that. You see this right here where it says this project is temporary. Save it to the file system to enable all features. I'm going to do that right off the bat. So I'm going to go to File, Project, clone the project, and it's going to say where. And I'm going to say under Downloads, Sync Sound. This is where you're going to clone it to. And I'm going to select that folder. And boop, there it is. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to import the videos. I'm going to do it in two different ways so you can see both ways. The first one is go to Downloads. And there's my two videos up here. Will Mason, I'll do this one first. And it's inputting there. The other way to do it is to go to Media, Import Files, and here's my second video. All right, I got the two videos. I'm going to click and drag them into the folder. I'm going to want to have the audio from the close-up camera. Here's the close-up camera. And we'll put that on the bottom layer. Try again. Put that on the bottom layer. And then I'm going to take the top layer, is going to be the wide shot. Okay, so I've got the wide shot on top and the bottom layer on the bottom. If I play both of them, you'll see the top layer, and you'll hear both layers underneath out of sync.
Scene one, take one, mark.
My name is Leo. That's Jacob. That's Mason.
So you can hear both layers. One of them's out of sync. The way you make them go in sync is you find the sync point. And the sync point is the slate. See how the slate is open right there? I'm going to go frame by frame. Actually, I'm going to play and then I'm going to stop right as soon as it marks.
Scene one, take one, mark.
Okay. Now I'm going to back up until it opens up. There it is. Forward, forward, one more, and that's it. That's the closing point. So right there's the sync point. I'm going to go to the clip and I'm going to pull that over the edge right up to where the playhead is. So now that's the sync point for that one. Now we got to find the sync point for the one underneath. I'm going to mute the layer, just like in Photopia. And now I should see and hear only the layers beneath it.
Scene one, take one, mark.
Okay, and that's where I'm going to go. So I'm going to back up frame by frame. And it's open, 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 closed. And that's the sync point for that one. And it's really close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in on my timeline. I'm hitting the plus button to zoom in. And now I'm going to go and I'm going to select this one. And I'm going to trim it to the playhead. And now I've got my two sync points. I've got my two clips. They are just barely out of sync, but it's enough that it creates an echo and a delay. So I'm just going to slide one of them over. And now if I push play, and I'll turn both tracks on so you can hear. You should be able to hear with maybe a little bit of flanging, maybe perfect. Oops, I gotta push play up here.
My name is Leo. That's Jacob. That's Mason. That's Ronan. He's a.
Okay, so, oops, this one is still muted. There we go. Now I have both of them open. Push
My name
play.
is Leo. That's Jacob. That's Mason. That's Ronan. He's A cam. He's B cam, and he.
So you can kind of hear the voice sounds a little robotic. That's the flanging going on because it's just slightly out of phase. All right, so now I'm going to select both of these by doing Control click. I got both of them selected. I'm going to drag them over to the 0 point. Come on, you can do it. Drag them over to the 0 point. Now it starts at 0, 0. And
My name is Leo. That's Jacob. That's Mason.
the goal is to have the close-up audio, close-ups underneath, so, but not hear the wide camera audio. Wide camera's on top. So if I take my mouse and I hover over the wide camera, after I select it, I select that clip, hover over, you can see that purple line. When I hover over the purple line, it says volume. If I take that and just drop it all the way down, that's it. Now I can see the top clip, but hear the bottom clip.
My name is Leo. That's Jacob. That's Mason. That's Ronan.
And that's it. The other way to sync these files is, and I'm going to undo this again so that you can see. Come on. The other way to sync these files, 0 dB is standard, is to take it and click on it and double click on it and separate the audio. And there you can see the actual audio waveforms. And if you can't see the slate clap, this is another way to visualize the waveforms and make them see match points where you can make them match. And I'm going to go ahead and mute the audio from this position. Test it again before I send it out.
My name is Leo. That's Jacob. That's Mason.
That's it. All right, I've got my in point. The out point is the last video played. I'm now going to export this. Project export. It's already formatted as an MP4. You export it, and it does that. So it's exporting, but where is it exporting to?
My name is Leo. That's Jacob. That's Mason.
It should be exporting to the folders that I created earlier. So here's my downloads. Here's my sync sound. In here, those are my clips, my video clips. Here's the Wide.Video folder that was created by Wide.Video when I told it where it should live. Double click on that. The project.json, that's the edit file. And cache is just temporary. And then export folder, and there it is. Oh, look, there's 3 exports. Why are there 3 exports? Did I do it a bunch of times? Let's find out.
My name is Leo. That's Jacob. That's Mason. That's Ronan. He's A cam. He's B cam, and he's second AC.
That must be from a prior edit session. This one's twice as long. Let's see what this one is. Oh yeah, that's the one I messed up on before, where I did not have it at the beginning. So this is where your video is exported to. Like I said, there's 3 versions here because I've exported this 3 times in 3 different classes. If you have any questions, send me an email. Otherwise, there you go.